So I just wanted to talk about a couple of items that I've got with me today. If you're a hill walker, a scrambler, a climber, items in the wardrobe that are just versatile and you can use for lots of activities. What I love about the Mescalito Mid is the climbing zone. So you can get really, really good edges. And because it's a stiffer shoe as well, it's very, very supportive for smaller edges and holds. Very nice. Beautiful boots. There we go. Another reason I love these boots is the lacing that goes all the way down to the bottom, so you can really tailor the fit. It's quite a stiff shoe, so you get a lot of support when you're using edges or just getting your toe onto little tiny holes and pockets. But because it is stiff and it's got sort of a progressive flex to it, then it offers you a lot of support on very small holds. So it just gives you a level of climbing ability that I definitely don't have in normal hiking boots. Nice, look at that, beautiful. I've owned a pair of Mescalitos for I think about 6 months now, and I've used them a lot. I've only just got the Mescalito Mids because rather than going scrambling in Wales, I was doing more stuff with longer approaches. So these have got a proper ankle cuff and eyelets going up higher. And I've really appreciated the support around like more rocky environments, particularly when it's quite easy to bash your ankles. It gives you a lot of support, and I really do love this. I've never had an approach shoe that's so comfy for the walk in and walk out, and helps me with my climbing grade as well. So one last thing on the Mescalito Mid Gore-Texes by Scarpa, which I am, funnily enough, in love with. Like I said, I had my Mescalitos, the lows, for a very long time, and I absolutely love them. They're currently being modelled by the cameraman. But I've gone for the mids now, and I love them even more. I've just had to do a foot jam, and what I really appreciated about it was the fact that you get a rand, a proper protective rubber rand that goes all over the top. You can see how scuffed these are, and it really protects the suede. What you've got to be careful of with technical approach shoes, where the lacing goes all the way down to the bottom, is that it's protected around here, and this suede is super tough. It really is tough. Like I say, I've just foot jammed, and all of the pressure went onto the rand, so the suede's super tough and it's looking great. I really am in love with these boots. I'm glad they're mine, I don't have to give them back. So I'm just going to bang another piece of protection in. We don't really need to, Dan, but if you just want to hold up there. I've got a good place for a cam. Nice, right there. Okay, I'm moving on, Dan. So we're at the beginning of what's considered the crux of the climb. Coverage is probably the most famous scramble out in Glencoe outside of Aonach Eagach across the road, and hopefully we'll get some views to that when we get up to the top. What I'm going to do now is just drop a couple of coils so we've got enough rope, and then I'll pitch this and set up a belay to bring you up. Once again, like, you're a great climber, Dan, but just to be on the safe side for this, all right? It's quite bright. You see the lugs on the front half sort of slope downwards to give you more grip when you are on mixed terrain, like grassy slopes and things. The kind of things that traditionally technical approach shoes aren't that good on. At the back, the lugs are ever so slightly deeper, and also they're tapered out, so they give you grip downhill, and they're well spaced as well, so that mud doesn't get clogged up and it can release and sort of self-clean, as it were. They're really good for that. As you can tell, I've been doing a lot of climbing with these over the last couple of weeks, and I keep on wiping my feet dry to make sure that the climbing zone is dry as possible, which is partly why my trousers look so minging.